Okay, my friends, we are back. We were just having a friendly chat before we get back into our very aggressive argument chat. So, hope everybody got a drink, got a snack, use the restroom, because we're going to jump right back into everybody being mad at each other, I guess. So, take
I
it
think
away, Doreen.
the final consensus is that Ulrich had convinced Connor to use his familiar to check out where this crying woman is at. Is that what y'all have agreed to?
Yep. I don't know. Did you agree
Correct.
to it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to show him where you heard the sound
Uh,
between Tasso and Ulrich?
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
took it back to where we were.
So that's not too. It's not really outside of the camp, really. If we stand where we first heard the noise.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll just there. Yeah, Ulrich wants to make
Okay.
sure that we're not going outside.
Kind of
Camp.
up on the shore up here, I guess, would be where we are.
Sure.
Maybe a little bit up here.
Okay.
Up there? Okay.
Okay.
Right on the
We
edge.
heard
there.
it down that way.
Okay. So Connor will summon his weasel back into existence and tell it he wants it to go try to find this crying woman and see what it can find out about her situation.
Oh, have we seen this weasel?
I think
Maybe
once.
briefly. He pretty much dismissed it as soon as he summoned it.
Huh.
What does it look like then, Zach?
It's just probably a little kind of pitch black weasel. Maybe with red eyes. Well, I think they maybe all have red eyes anyway. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's this pitch black little weasel with red eyes.
Does it have a name?
Nope, he just calls it familiar.
He's
Not
so
a
warm. That
sentimental
Connor.
dwarf.
Not at all.
So good with the pleasantries. Master Weasel, go.
How far can it search away from you?
So it can go as far as it wants. I can only see through its eyes, I think, up to 120 feet.
Okay, it's probably more than enough. So your little weasel, as far as what you're seeing through its vision, you're not finding like a person along the shoreline, but roll a perception check for it, I suppose.
Okay. So
do you
it
see with
has
your
+3 to
weasel
perception.
eyes?
Weasel eyes. And does the weasel have the ability to write an apology letter as well?
No.
And that's plus
Get it, the
3.
weasel. No.
That's
So
plus-
6. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately, it's not really having much luck finding anything. It definitely doesn't find a woman crying along the shoreline.
Okay. But it's still close enough that I can communicate. Well, let me see exactly what it says.
Can we, being there, can we hear anything?
At this point, no. You
There's
guys
no more
can't-
crying at this point?
No more
Okay.
crying.
Okay, so while it's within 100 feet of me, I can communicate with it telepathically. I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears until the start of my next turn, if I want to spend an action, which I'll be doing. And I also gain the benefits of any special senses the familiar has. So yeah, for as long as it's within 100 feet of me, I will see what it sees and hear what it hears. If it goes beyond that, then it'll have to just report back to me later.
All right. Are you having it stay out there? Are you guys following it? So far, it's reporting about that it's not seeing anything of note.
Okay, well, I'll just tell it to keep going then.
Okay. Yeah, it continues on and doesn't find anything.
Finding anything, Connor?
No. Has it reached like the 100-foot limit yet?
It's about to hit that mark.
It's about 100 feet out and it hasn't found anything. How far away from camp were you when you heard the crying?
Are we standing in the place where
Yeah.
we were here?
Well, it seems we may have been too late.
But they have
Well-
taken care of it already.
Let me try something. Using minor illusion, or the range is 30 feet. So 30 feet from where they are now, towards where you think the sound was, he's just going to create a sound of himself saying very loudly, "Hello,"
Okay.
and listens for a response.
Let's. It's 30 feet away, you said?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fortunately, you don't hear anything.
It's an illusion of himself. 30
It's
feet
just
away.
it was just my
Oh.
voice.
Oh, it's just your voice. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can clearly hear your voice.
Oh, and I just saw the weasel actually has advantage on wisdom
Perception?
perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
And pop goes the weasel.
Well, you said it was looking for stuff.
Well, yeah, and just to see if it could
Yeah.
find the source of this crying.
Could Evander ask Tasso, since he had been here when he heard it, is there any way he can track or figure out a direction from which he saw to see if there's any sign that there was anybody here previously?
Tough for me to track anything via voice. I know the direction it came from, and if we went that way, I could try to find tracks, but without actually going over there, there's nothing more I can do.
While this is happening, Oric's looking over his shoulder to see if any of the Vistani are watching us do this.
I would say you do see some Vistani kind of glowering in your direction.
Glowering, like not
Yeah.
happy.
Seems like maybe news
Oh,
is
this
spreading
already-
in camp.
Okay, then Oric turns back and says, "The Vistani are looking and they don't seem happy."
Madam,
think-
are we talking saying Madam Eva's a snitch? Is that what this is?
Don't say
Hey.
that about her. What if she
She's like-
knows?
You won't believe this dwarf.
It's a small
Just
camp.
Came
camping.
in. Oh, good. Okay.
Sauntered on into my tent.
Evander
Okay.
kind of wants to shake his head and be like, Ulrich's right. We're not seeing anything, and we're only making enemies the longer we stay out here.
We should just go back.
We're only sitting here by the shore, laddie. We haven't gone into the forest.
So it's hit that 100-foot mark. Are you going to bring it back or have it keep going?
I'm going to have it go another 50 feet and then turn around and come back through the forest instead of along the shore.
Okay.
Oric's gonna say, I'm gonna go back to camp and just sit there just so there's less of us standing here. And Oric will leave the group.
Okay.
Did Irina come with us or did she stay by?
Oh, yes. I actually was just thinking of her. She would be there
Okay.
with you all.
Oric is leaving.
Okay.
I think Evander would probably, a little bit sheepishly, but also follow Ulrich back, just to be like, just having a nice, pleasant stroll out along the river or the lake.
Go ahead.
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ulrich.
as we're walking back, Oric is really paranoid now that he saw those kind of, unhappy looks from the Vistani. So he's looking sideways to see how people are reacting to them as they walk back to the fire.
So I would say most of the Vistani that have been here, like since you guys have arrived, they're kind of just looking at you guys a little bit confused, like a little bit shocked, even maybe. But some of the newer arrivals are straight up staring daggers at you guys.
Ooh. Okay, and they weren't before we went to the
For the
shore.
most part, they seemed indifferent to you, but now they are visibly unhappy with you.
Okay. I lean into Evander and say, Evander, it doesn't look like they're very happy with us right now.
Evander's like, yeah, I kind of noticed.
I knew this was a bad idea. Connor always does stuff like this. Why doesn't anyone else see that?
Well,
And everyone else at the shore, make a perception check for me. By now, your weasel will be coming back, so you can give it. Irina. But you can finish your sentence, Ulrich. But how no one sees it.
That was kind of it.
Okay.
Well, Evander's like, he can't just sit by when something's happening to somebody. You know, that's an admirable trait. I don't understand what's the big deal.
It's not admirable when it's getting the rest of us in trouble.
Just trust him. I'm sure it's no big deal. We can apologize if something happens. I'm sure it's fine.
Evander, I wouldn't trust someone that left me to die.
Evander kind of looks kind of cross-eyed at him. He's like, you know how many times we fought? You just kind of stood in the back doing nothing?
I know. I was just trying to stay alive, but I wasn't trying to hurt anyone.
Evander's like, he can't remember, when did Connor leave Ulrich to die?
Remember it? When we came back to Durst Manor, Connor and I went downstairs to investigate, and that plant thing came running after us, and he came flying through the door, some speed spell, and I almost died?
You blame him for that?
He just left. He has magic. He didn't do anything.
He has magic, but what did you expect him to do? You both went down there when it's clearly a bad idea.
Yeah, it was risky, especially with someone like that. I mean, I would have done something if I could have.
Ulrich, come on, you can't go blaming your party mates anytime something bad happens to you. We're all in this together.
Yeah, but if something like that happens again, how do we know he isn't going to just leave the group again?
Ulrich, you're never going to gain the trust of other people if you don't trust them first.
What if trusting them first gets you killed?
Well, that, my friend, that's something you got to take on a little faith in your friends.
And Tasso, you hear the sound of the crying woman. A little bit up further where the river is.
I look around just to see if anybody else heard anything. Does it appear like anybody else reacted to it? I don't say a word.
And in fact, because your weasel, Connor, is now going through the forest, it wasn't able to pick up on this either.
I don't say anything. Merely a trick of the wind.
So what are you guys going to do then?
I say we repair some bridges and get some rest.
Just gonna wait there with Connor, just going, your familiar will come back, right, laddie?
I think it's already on its way back.
Well, I'll stand here and wait for your friend to come back.
And Connor will just, once the familiar's back within the 100 feet, he'll continue seeing through its eyes and hearing through its ears.
Make another perception check for it.
Five. Unless this is hearing based, in which
No,
case
this
I would
one
get
wouldn't be.
advantage. Okay.
And Tasso, you no longer hear the crying.
Must have been a
Okay.
trick of the wind.
Head back to the camp.
While they're making their way back, Ulrich is just really sitting in like quiet poutiness. He's gonna look at Evander and say, I'm gonna just check in with Madame Eva. I wanted to talk to her anyway. I'll just see how she is right now.
Evander's like, just step carefully. I don't think we're in her greatest graces right now.
I will. Okay. So Ulrich will walk over. Does she have people standing outside the tent ever? Or
No, it doesn't have like guards or anything like that.
Okay. He'll just get to, without pulling anything open, he just stands at the entrance of the tent and says, "Madam Eva, it's Ulrich. If it's okay if I talk to you."
Takes a moment before you hear a reply. But you hear, Ulrich, now is not a good time.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, bye. It's goes away. He walks back to the fire, looks at Evander's like,
And it's like, well, that was fast.
he just sits down freaking out with his hands on his head like, oh my God.
Okay, so now evening is approaching, and you can see food is getting ready, getting dished out. Drinks are being handed out.
Even to us?
Whomever, yeah, whomever may want them. But you
Really?
do notice, while they will still feed you, you are still a guest. It's not done with the same warmth as before. It's now a sense of duty. You do get the feeling that maybe you guys are now beginning to overstay your welcome.
Do I? If we're all sitting here, all noticing this, Ulrich gives Connor a dirty look, and then he starts looking around for Eliza.
Yep, she's still over there minding her children. You can see her kind of like talking to an older gentleman that you would assume is her husband, who's just kind of like lazing about, smoking a pipe, not lending much help.
Okay. Ulrich's gonna say, "I'll be back," and he'll get up and make his way gingerly over to Eliza and maybe try and catch her eye before he gets too close and wave and just kind of get a read on her to see how she's,
Yeah, so you see her, again, just a little bit distracted, not only with the kids, but she's trying to. You see her kind of motioning to this bird on top of her bardo, like, come here, come here. But she doesn't seem off put by you approaching.
Okay. How about her husband?
Her husband is off in his own world.
Okay.
Doesn't even seem to notice.
Ulrich will walk up. "Hi, Eliza."
Oh, greetings, Ulrich. How are you today? And she gives you kind of like this knowing look.
Actually, I guess not too good. That one of the dwarves in my party made Madame Eva mad and went doing something that she didn't want him to do, and now it looks like everyone's mad at us here.
Yes. So we've heard.
I didn't want any part of it.
Is that what you want me to tell other people?
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess that would be nice if people knew that.
Kind of shrugs and says, okay, I will do that since you are also doing a favor.
You're not mad at me, are you?
I'm used to it, you non-Vistani. You often step on our toes.
I didn't mean to. I didn't want to. I was so upset that he made Madame Eva.
Waves you. Ulrich. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that I'm gonna do what you asked me to do. I'm gonna give the present to your niece, and I'm gonna come back and tell you about it.
Good. And I will ask around about your mother. In fact, today and tomorrow will be a very good day for me. So I expect us to speak soon.
Thank you. Does she seem like she's being cold as compared to the last interaction?
Make an insight check.
She seems a little off.
An Eminder is going to want to talk to Galen while Ulrich is away from the group. Just to let you know.
as far as you are kind of seeing it, it might just be because, you've gotten in your head a little bit, and, seeing what everyone else is reacting. So maybe you're not reading her as well as you're used to. But she doesn't seem like she's lying or anything like that.
Okay.
She seems genuine in what she's saying. Like, you do believe she doesn't give two shits about people gossiping about you guys.
Okay, so it's not like I don't care, like I don't want to hear it, I'm done with you. It's like, no, I really just
Yeah, like she has
Okay,
more important things. Like there's a toddler tugging at her dress. There's a newborn in the Vardo. That's important things to worry about than you people that aren't even of her own family or tasks. So she just doesn't. It's not a
Okay.
huge deal.
So she seems still friendly enough with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Then he'll say, can I bother you with one more question?
I suppose if I have time.
Sure. I hope really quick, hopefully. Back where I came from, I'm a gardener and I know a fair bit about plants, but I was just wondering here in Barovia, is there any herb or plant that maybe I should look out for that would be helpful to us for healing or anything like that?
Healing? Well, for that you may have to speak to one of the Dresh people, and she points to one of the newer women that have arrived. Ping it on here so you can see. Very tall for Vistani, wavy hair, very thick. She has a little bandana across, like a headband. Wearing the traditional Vistani blouse and skirt, but maybe not as loud in print. And she points to her and says, "You should maybe speak to Zoya. She has more knowledge."
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, then he'll say, okay, it was really nice talking to you.
It's nice speaking to you too, Ulrich.
Okay, and if I can do anything else for you, just let me know.
Absolutely, I definitely will.
Okay. Good
So
night.
while Ulrich is speaking to Eliza, what does Evander want to speak to Galen about?
Evander wants to kind of look over his shoulder, make sure Ulrich's not still close by, lingering, and say to Galen, not Galen, I'm sorry, to my gosh, my brain is not working.
Connor?
Connor. I'm sorry. To Connor and say,
This Spanavia thing's so stressful.
Ulrich overreacts about everything, but I think we might have gotten on Madame Eva's bad side. It wouldn't hurt if you would apologize to her about us barging in and getting into Vistani business.
That's to you, Connor.
Oh, I didn't realize I was there.
Oh, I assumed we were all together back down at the campfire. I'm sorry. Are we not all together?
Connor retreated to his place by himself.
Oh. Well, then...
Here he is.
Sorry, then Evander would have gone over to you. I'm sorry. Then Evander would have gone over to you and said, you should apologize. Well, it wouldn't hurt to apologize.
Apologize? For what?
These Vistani are very protective of their way of life, their secrets, whatever it is, and it's can be seen as a lack of respect if we don't heed that.
I wasn't trying to disrupt their way of life. I just thought a woman was in danger and was trying to find out if they knew anything about it.
It's true.
They weren't particularly helpful, so we did what we had to do.
Evander is he's a little used to dealing with dwarves because Galen, maybe not as hard-headed as Connor can be, but he's going to be like, it's true, you had no ill intentions. However, sometimes intentions are not received in the way they are meant to be. and we have been their guests. They have offered us food and protection. I feel like it'd be best if we left not with a sour taste in their mouth before we leave tomorrow. What does an apology cost you? A few words.
Very well. If it pleases you, I will speak with Madame Eva.
Thank you. It does, and I appreciate it.
Galen would like to come up to the two of them if I could as well. And in my hand, next to me with Arena, I have a piece of parchment, and I just go, laddies, Arena and I took care of it. Give this letter to Madame Eva. And it says, Dear Madame Eva, so sorry, so sorry. It's more us than it is you. Can we still be friends? XOXO. Big hug, little kiss. I just go, laddie. It'll completely work.
Evander takes
It's well
reads
well
it.
written.
Evander's like, this is the worst apology note I've ever seen. She's not our girlfriend. What are you doing?
Just because you're not good with the ladies, Evander.
Evander's extremely
Your girlfriend died. Actually, she got
really
eaten.
offended. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Actually, she got eaten. But just you should take it in to her. Connor, don't worry, laddie. She probably doesn't want to see you. And for all I know, she probably doesn't want to see me.
Also, where is Tasso in all of this?
I'm not a part of any of this. I'm just chilling by the
Okay.
fire with Scruffles. Like,
Got it, got it.
this is just civilization issues that I don't care about. So
Civilization issues.
Just making sure. Okay, go
So-
on.
Go ahead and hand this in to her, Evander.
Evander just looks at
And
this
just say
note.
it's from the group.
Okay.
It says we're sorry.
Okay.
All she wanted was an apology.
Evander says, that's fine. I'll take it to her, but Connor's going to come with me. Galen, you stay here. So Evander's going to like kind of gesture to Connor to say, can we go apologize to her?
We can certainly go speak to her.
Thank you. It would
All
make
right.
me feel
So
better.
during this time, the sun has set. It is now nighttime in the camp as you guys make your way over to Madame Eva's. But as you guys approach, the fabric of the tent opens. And you can see her. She glares down at Evander and she takes the note from your hand.
Evander, I'm sorry. Evander was planning as soon as he got out of eyesight of Galen to crumble it up and put it in his pocket. He was not going to let her see this note.
Okay.
Not a chance.
All right. In that case, she'll continue past you guys over to the fireside. And by now, all of the other Vistani are making their way to the fire as well. And you see Stanimir coming in to the forefront, and you see him like make this motion, and the fire rises higher and higher. And Madame Eva begins speaking in a language none of you guys understand. But you can tell by the motion and the energy of they're all fixated on her. She stands above this fire that's just pulsating, Stanimir doing whatever magic he's doing. And the oh, hold on, let me bring them up. The other two people that were here previously, the halfling and the gnome, you see Eva, or Madame Eva, motion for them to come forward. And she kind of extends her hands out and brings them back in. And the flamboyant gentleman who made a big show about his presence with the red wagon, he steps forward. The woman that Eliza had pointed out to you, Ulrich, Zoya, she steps forward. And you can see a mist building at the southwest of the camp. It's almost impenetrable. You can't see anything through that. Everyone goes silent as they watch this mist kind of creep into the camp. And from it steps this older man. His beard is long and mostly unkempt. His hair is kind of dirty and raggedy. His robes, while at one point they maybe were of fine wool, have been kind of not been taken care of as you might expect. He leans against this long staff as he walks in, and even the rest of the Vistani give him birth as he walks through towards the fire. He takes a moment to scan the crowd. He eyes each of you. And I would say Ulrich, and probably Irina, Galen, Tasso would be able to hear him grumble a word that you guys don't know, but the tone of it is not friendly. And you can hear whispers throughout the crowd. However, Madame Eva speaks up, continues to speak. And as she's doing this, again, it's in a language most of you guys don't know, but Ulrich, you're able to pick out a word that sounds familiar to you. It's what your mother used to call you. You're quite young. You know it to mean like son, family, baby, things, something along those lines. It's an old memory. You're not really quite sure, but it definitely is something your mother has before. And Madame Eva steps forward and almost out of nowhere pulls forth a dagger in a golden cup that has this silver filigree kind of on the outside. Again, in these symbols and icons that none of you guys know what they mean. But each of the three people, Zoya, the flamboyant gentleman, and the man who stepped from the mist itself, makes a small cut and bleeds into this golden cup. It's brought forth by Madame Eva to the halfling and the gnome, who then partake and drink of it. And then they pass it along, and each other person around this fire drinks from the bowl. And with that, you hear a young woman let loose this shrill cry of like undulation, like that type of thing. And then all of a sudden, the band kicks up, the fire flares up, and the party is on.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have a sacrifice or something.
No. Well, you can volunteer if you want, Ulrich.
No.
But everyone then just seems to honestly, throughout the rest, pay you no mind. Except the older gentleman, who, as he's departing, as the party's starting to gain, people are getting louder, and they're hugging and kissing, and all these things. Like, it's a sense of rejoice. Like, there's a lot of joyfulness here. But he just turns, walks out, and because it's Ulrich, you're kind of on the way out where he's leaving. He just kind of looks at you, kind of spits on the ground, and you hear him say that word again, Giorgio. It's an accent, though, that you recognize. It reminds you of your mother's accent. But before you can even respond or say anything or do anything, the mist come forth and literally just envelop him. And he's gone. The rest of the Vistani don't mind or care that this is left because they are in full party mode. It is celebration, food, drink, dance, music, laughter. They're going to party for the rest of this night.
Does this include Madame Eva? She's partying.
She's taken some food and some drink into her tent to retire. She's old, y'all. I mean,
Okay.
she's not going to be out here hanging out, but everyone else is living it up.
So this word that Ulrich remembered was Giorgio?
Mhm.
Oh no. Okay, there was another word for something he remembered, and then this additional word was spoken
Yes.
as the man passed. Okay.
Correct.
Ulrich's gonna look around for Eliza and see what she's doing, if she's free to talk to.
Okay. Well, first, what's everyone else doing during this time? You guys gonna partake in the celebration or stick to yourself?
Lavender wants to turn to Connor and see if we even can apologize with a crazy party going on like this right now.
Well, I imagine Madame Eva will be free at some point. But Conrad's going to cast Detect Magic, and he's going to take a look specifically at this bowl that they're passing around.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything really magical about it.
Okay. Well, let us bide our time, Master Evander. When we can steal a word with Madame Eva, we'll do so.
Evander will say, I'll hold you to that. I don't want to leave tomorrow without having mended this bridge. And then Evander will go in. I guess he'll join the party, but kind of in a subdued way, because he's a little worried that they've outstayed their welcome.
Okay. Yeah. Like again, for the most part, people will be friendly-ish to you, except for the newer arrivals. But Ulrich, you're gonna go speak to Eliza?
If she seems free and approachable, yeah.
She's never entirely free. I mean, with 3 or 4 kids underfoot, but she's always willing to speak to you.
Okay. So he'll make his way up to her during this celebration and dancing. Hi, Eliza.
And you can see her that she's trying to get one of the kids to eat this soup. She says, "Ulrich, you're back already. What is it now, huh?"
Sorry, I'm not bothering you, am I?
Just make it quick.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just that man who stepped out of the mists.
Yes.
Can you tell me who he was?
Why do you want to know?
Well, on his way back to wherever he came from, he walked right by me and he gave me a look, a dirty look, and he said a word that I didn't know.
Did he call you Girodio?
Yes.
Well, that's because you are, but
What is that?
it's you're a non. What do we call you? I will say it's often not used as a term of endearment. Put it that way, especially from Yosef.
That was his name.
Aye, that is his name. He's not the friendliest man, even to other Vistani, but what can you expect from the Menuska tribe,
But what does that word mean?
And again, she's fighting with the kid, and just kind of like at the same time, like, it's not the. I mean, yes, it's a word, but it's the name of what do you people call them? Clans, families. It's his tribe.
But why would he say his tribe's name and give me a dirty look?
No, Elric. Keep up. Manuska, that is his tribe.
Oh,
Gio is you, non-Vistani.
oh, non-Vistani. Okay. Okay. And this man, when he was speaking, was he the one that had the familiar accent?
Yep.
I know you're busy, but when he spoke, it sounded like the way my mother used to speak.
And she kind of stops for a moment and says, "Are you sure, Ulrich?"
Yes, I remember the word for son that my mother used to call me. He said it just like she did.
This may be more difficult then. But this does give me a good lead, so I will look into this. But I warned you, it's probably not good news for you.
Okay. I see you're busy. I'll talk to you later then.
Okay, later.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ulrich. Goodbye.
And was she still wearing all her makeup and stuff?
Oh, you will never see her without her makeup.
Oh. Well, as Ulrich's walking away, thinking about this, he thinks to himself, wow, what a MILF. Makes his way to the camp.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Galen?
I would have just. It really kind of depends on what Arena's doing.
Right now, you see that she's kind of just like talking with some of the younger women. Looking at their dress, just doing like typical girly things,
Okay.
which she doesn't get that opportunity to do very often.
Sure.
So
Of course. Okay, then I'm to assume that I'd probably just be sitting on a crate just watching her,
okay,
making sure nothing happens to her. Just
all right.
on my flask.
So do you want to take some time to also heal your affliction, Ulrich?
Yes. So that's going to involve maybe some music, perhaps?
Maybe. What do you have in mind?
Okay. So actually, I guess before that, so everyone's. Madam Eva's in a bad mood. Okay. So everyone's gathered, I guess, our group at our little campfire off to the side somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah, that's Evander probably would have come back after we failed to go apologize because the party started.
Okay. So they're all, I guess, as we're all kind of sitting here watching the party partake around us. Ulrich's just kind of looking kind of fidgety. Like he's thinking to himself. He's gonna stand up. And he's, of course, very awkward and addresses the group in his awkward manner and says, "We need to have a talk. After last night, hearing Madam Eva give us those readings, everything is changed now. We need to talk about what we're going to do with Strahd." And Madam Eva, we've been wondering what brought us here. Madam Eva said it could have been some higher power that wasn't Strahd. And it seems like we have to assume that it wants us, that it wants to help us. Why else would it keep bringing us here, giving us our possessions, letting us live those other lives for those other people that tried to kill Strahd? I mean, that's only beneficial. So if we're going to do this, then we have to trust each other. So we've been traveling and fighting for days, and we're still basically strangers to. So before we do anything else, I think we should all hear who each of us is, what we can do, and why we would risk ourselves to continue on this quest to defeat Strahd. It doesn't make sense to go forward if we don't know all that. He's just looking at the group.
And by all means, go first.
Yeah, Evander says, well said, Ulrich. Well said.
Gentlemen, if I may. There is a time and a place for all things, and I don't believe this to be the safest of places for the course of action that Master Ulrich proposes. Not that I don't agree with the idea. Just think now may not be the time.
You think the Vistani are spying on us?
It has been established beyond a doubt that other Vistani are spies for Strahd. Strahd himself has made clear that he is friendly with the Vistani. And can any Vistani hear us talking right now?
At this point, I mean, if someone was next to you guys, yeah, they'd be able to hear. I assume you guys keeping it tight knit, and most of them seem to be preoccupied with whatever celebration they have going on.
Yeah, Ulrich.
But do make a perception check for me, please. Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
Yeah, Ulrich would have made sure that the Vistani seemed kind of away and were partying.
Galen, your eyes look up at just the right moment, and as you just see like a swarm of bats flit across the camp. Not hovering over you guys or anything like that. You did see kind of move over and continue towards the east.
Okay. In Dwarvish, I will convey that to Connor, as well as Evander.
What is it?
Seems just now a swarm of bats were passing overhead. Quite a strange coincidence, eh?
I don't know. I mean, bats fly around here all the time, don't they? Well, in any case, we need to talk about this. So then, when and where do you want to do this?
Evander wants to speak up as well and say, Ulrich has a point. When and where are we ever not observed by something in this crazy land?
I have
Madam-
no good answer for that.
It doesn't matter. Madam Eva knew so much about us. What makes you think that any secrets we have are really secret?
My limited knowledge of divination magic, my understanding is very rarely are all things revealed in great clarity. She may know some things, she may guess at others, but that doesn't mean we have to lay all our pieces on the table before her.
Well, she's not here right now. She's in her tent, probably fuming from earlier.
Well, what she's doing is her business. And what we do is ours.
Evander will say, Ulrich, I think you bring up a good point. But I tend to agree with Connor that in the middle of friend or foe that we might be in this camp, possibly tomorrow when we're on the road alone might be the time when we can discuss our plans and reveal what we need to prepare.
All right.
And at this point, you see Irina kind of stumbling into the camp, laughing and giggling to herself. And she kind of puts her arm around you, Galen, and speaks over to you like, "Oh, Valeska, she's so nice. So funny, too." And you can smell the alcohol.
Sure.
She's
Okay.
pretty fucking trash.
Sure.
Galen, do you want to come and dance? Tasso, do you want to dance? Evander, no dance.
And just go. Evander might be the dancing type for you
She
this
holds
evening.
out her hand to you, Evander, and just says, "Evander, do not let me dance alone."
Evander kind of looks around. He's like, I cannot turn down a lady in need of a dance. So he'll take her hand.
He like squeals with excitement as she rushes you
Uh,
out to dance.
She seems very not like herself. Can I, through insight, maybe see if this is really just like alcohol? Is there something else going on?
You don't need to even roll. It's clearly she's intoxicated.
And that's all it seems to be.
Yeah, that's all it seems.
Okay.
She's got a need to dance.
Right.
She wants to get out on the dance floor. That's it.
Just
What's the-
dance.
Just dance.
Yeah, so Irina and Evander are out there dancing along. Eventually, you guys will tire out and come back to camp. But the party itself is still kind of going. So if you do want to head to bed, settle in, it's going to be a long night for the Vistani. So, I mean, you guys may not get the best sleep, but you will still get the benefits of an actual long rest.
Okay, question. So my charm from Mr. S last time.
Mhm.
So that officially wears off about now, maybe it's been 24 hours?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. And I think so we talked about before. So Ulrich remembers that Strahd was so compelling at the time.
Well,
But it's not like-
it's Strahd.
But it's not like a break where he's just like, oh my god, what did I do? It's like, wow,
We
you made a
haven't
lot of-
even done anything. It was more like, this guy's starting to make. Seems all right. I don't
Okay.
know why these people are like hating on him. He makes a lot of sense.
So now that the charm is worn off, thinking about that experience now, how would Ulrich feel or perceive that?
It may even still linger just because and it's up to you. It may be something that he's already kind of thinking in the background. It's not like a sudden break, like, oh my gosh, I know I was charmed by him. It's just like it kind of like makes you think twice about things that you've heard. Like
okay.
maybe now you might be thinking, maybe just listen to the guy. But that doesn't necessarily mean you 100% trust him.
Sure. But there's kind of a lasting influence in a way.
Yeah. Not from the charm itself, but maybe just from your mind not really understanding.
Okay, then Ulrich will just kind of be confused to himself and think about that.
Okay.
But he'll also, I guess if they're just kind of sitting around here not doing much, he'll ask Evander. Hey, Evander.
Yes.
Remember that song you were playing last night?
Of course, yes. That seemed like it was hit a nerve or something.
Would you mind playing it again?
Of course. Would you like for me to play it on my lute? Or I can hum it? Whatever is best.
Sure.
Okay. Well, Evander, I assume it was just a melody, right? It was just kind of a melody. Well, what Evander is going to do is hum it softly, but accompany it with very simple chords on his lute as he kind of tries to... I assume this is the way to try to free you of your affliction, your stress, that kind of thing. He's going to do this in a way that's as soothing as he can possibly do it.
So as Ulrich listens to the music, he'll just kind of draw his knees up to his chest and stare into the fire and hold on to the locket beneath his cloak and just let the memories overtake him. And hopefully cure that affliction.
What is he remembering?
Remembering that earlier time in his life with his mother where they had a nice, rich life in the private chambers in the wealthiest part of Neverwinter with paintings on the walls and fine furniture and servants and good food every day and just feeling safe and the warmth and, attention from his mother and all her promises about his magic, how she's going to teach him, how he has so much promise, how he has a gift. Remembering all that before the bad stuff happened.
Roll your d20.
Just a straight D20?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there any
Okay.
way that I could give him bardic inspiration as I play?
It's too late
Too
now.
late for that.
Too late since he rolled it.
Oh god. Oh no.
So that's a critical failure,
Oh damn it, that's right.
which does state you fail to
Oh.
cure your affliction, and you gain a new one in the process.
Why? Why? Oh my god. It's
So
not fair.
roll a D100 for me. It could be
Oh,
it could be a
oh,
good
could be
thing.
good.
There are some good ones
be
on
good.
here.
Oh,
But probably not.
probably not. Oh my. Why? Okay. All right. Make it good. Make it good. Big money. Big money.
No whammies, no whammies. So, wait, let me double check. Yep,
That
64.
doesn't
So,
sound good.
hypochondria. Your hit point maximum is halved.
Maximum is halved?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So-
so
What is it now?
Oh
I
my
mean, I have
gosh.
22 now. I mean, that wasn't. I mean,
Oh,
now it's really bad.
Oh gosh.
You guys saw the
Oh,
rolls.
God.
Yeah, so he's not only now a masochistic hypochondriac. So again, role play that however you see fit.
Okay.
But mechanically speaking, your hit point maximum is halved.
Okay, so since I was at the full 22, I'm just now at the 11, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Oh my,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Yes.
Oh.
Of
Oh,
course.
I thought you said you got to 22. I was like, well, that's not horrible.
Wait, is 22 your actual max?
Yeah,
That's now
Wow.
11.
Oh,
that's
wow.
11.
Don't sneeze. You might hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
My spleen. I
You're
know,
gonna
right?
break a rib.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, make sure to mark that down. So it's almost as if what should have been healing, like now,
I hate this song.
it's kind of almost broken you in a sense. You know, remembering what you've missed out on. You know, for this entire time you've been living out on the streets, just finding very little comfort anywhere, and now you find yourself in this realm of just absolute despair everywhere you turn.
And Evander sees
And
him just sobbing as he's
It's
playing.
great.
the
He
song.
breaks down. He's like,
And you think you're really getting through to him? You're like,
I
"Man, I'm really
think
touching
he
him."
needed this. He really needed this.
oh God.
What you failed to find out is his cold bath gave him like walking pneumonia. So he was just kind of like,
Oh gosh.
That's now
Oh.
canon. Okay. Well, anything else for the rest of this evening?
I'm afraid to try. Forget it. Go to bed.
Yeah, Evander's done all he can do. He is.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Connor is going to try to watch for a chance where he can catch Madame Ava where she's not busy, and hopefully where they might have a little bit of privacy so he can
Okay.
speak to her.
Yeah, since she's departed from the whatever type of ritual that was, you haven't seen her.
Okay, then in that case, a little while after she seems to have disappeared, he'll approach her tent and announce himself once again. Madame Eva, Connor Dendarek, requesting a parley.
You may enter, Conrad.
good start.
He'll do so. And he'll say, Madame Eva, my companions have informed me that I may have unintentionally offended you in our last meeting. I wanted to explain that I was only trying to help. I thought there was a chance that a woman, most likely a woman of your people, needed help. And if that had been the case, I would have done everything in my power that I could to lend her help. I was told I should apologize to you. I will not do so because I don't believe I've done anything that requires an apology. Any apology I offer you would be false and I will not disrespect you by offering a false apology. All I can say is it was never my intent to offend you. And if you have my word, we will be gone tomorrow morning.
You being gone tomorrow morning was already the plan.
True. I was just trying to say, if we have outstayed our welcome, you won't have to deal with us much longer.
She just kind of sits back in her chair, her hands in front of her, and says, "You may leave now, Connor."
Madam Ava, tip his head as he leaves.
Worst apology ever.
It wasn't an apology at all.
It wasn't
I
an
know.
apology.
That's why it's so bad.
It wasn't even the realm.
Okay, anything else you guys want to take care of before?
I would
morning.
just be sitting there smoking a pipe, just drinking. Do I see Connor come back?
Probably. Unless
I'll
he's
look
trying
at
to
Connor.
hide.
Can I see, based on his countenance, if that went well?
Connor really doesn't give a shit how she took it.
Obviously.
He said his piece. He's happy.
He's
So
vindicated.
he's like,
And
he's like smiling. So I'm thinking to myself,
No,
oh,
he's not smiling.
well.
I mean, he did what was asked of him.
If I haven't heard him say that, I asked you to apologize, not make it worse. Sorry, that's
I feel like-
talk.
Ulrich normally would have had his eye on Connor and watched him go to the tent, but he is so deep in his well of sorrow from Evander's painful, heartbreaking song, he doesn't know what's going on.
How about Tasso?
This is all civilized problems, and I'm just sitting there with my boy Scruffles.
All right, so the night passes. You eventually get some sleep here and there, although even throughout the entire night, you can still hear people dancing and singing and drinking, just having a good time. Literally the entire night. You guys actually wake up the next morning and a good majority of the people are still here partying.
Wow.
But when you guys come out of your tent, you find food set in front of it. Cold food. Like bread, some meats, some cheeses, nothing warm. And pretty much the rest of the Vistani just kind of ignore you.
Before we pack up and leave, Evander wants to take the note that Galen wrote and actually take it and kind of uncrumple it and write on the back his own heartfelt apology to Madame Eva, not trying to make any allowances for anybody else in the party, but just a thank you for allowing us to rest in your camp, and we apologize if we have offended or broken any Vistani taboos. You always have my and my party's greatest gratitude, and then sign it. He wants to leave that discreetly for Madame Eva without anybody else in the party knowing.
Okay. I think that it eventually should be easily accomplished.
Yeah.
Anything else before you guys depart?
Ulrich wakes up with a horrible cough. Oh, I should have gone in that water yesterday. I feel even worse. We were supposed to rest here. Ulrich, damn it. What's he gonna do? I guess the first thing he's gonna do is he actually wants to make his way over to Madame Eva's tent. How are the Vistani looking at them this morning?
They are not even paying any attention.
Okay,
Like,
just
purposely, you get the feeling.
okay. So Ulrich will go to the tent, again, not opening it, and say, Madam Eva?
You don't hear anything from inside.
What time is it?
It's about 7-ish.
Ooh, is this too early for Madam Eva? Then actually Ulrich is going to take a page out of that journal that Ismark gave him, and he's going to write a note and just say how he's so grateful for everything that she told him, and that he'll never forget this, and that he's sorry for any offense. Almost in a way, kind of what Evander was doing, but really saying how grateful for the help that she gave him personally, and that he's so grateful that she revealed anything about his family to him. And he'll just leave that kind of just inside the tent. Actually, where did you leave your note, Evander? Did you leave it outside or inside?
I wanted it to discreetly be put in a place where Madame Eva would see it, so probably inside her tent flap.
Okay,
That's
so we
probably what
both
I
drop
would've done.
these.
Yeah.
These.
Slides it
Okay.
through the little cracks. Sloop.
Yeah. And then as he's walking back, holding himself because he's coughing, he's gonna look for that Zoya Vistani that Eliza had mentioned, and just kind of see what she's up to and if she seems approachable in this moment.
I would say she sees you coming, and you can tell by the look in her eyes. Like, don't even.
Oh, yeah, no, he wouldn't even try to go in her direction before. Okay, so he'd forget it. He's going back to the camp.
Okay.
And just sits down eating his cold food.
Under your plate, though, Ulrich, you do find, speaking of letters, apparently really hot right now. You do find like a folded little parchment under the plate itself. And if you open it up, it's like a little, mostly like a letter. This Ulrich. I know things are not good for you now. This is what I was able to gather real quickly for you. Eliza. And it lists a couple different plants, like about 4 different plants. Brief descriptions. Maybe not the best, but it also lists some purposes of how they can be used. So you can take some time, maybe later, while you're on the road, and study that.
Yeah. Where is Eliza right now?
You actually don't see her at the moment. You can kind of see her, like there's some movement in her bar and a baby wailing and crying, but you don't actually see Eliza.
Okay. Well, we'll wait until they're actually leaving before he says goodbye.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's just sitting there.
Wheezing.
Yeah. And
All right.
Ulrich looks even sicker than he normally does.
Yes, on that note, if you guys haven't already set your spells and your hit points, except for obviously Ulrich, you'll still be halved.
Don't say
so
hit points.
do that because you have achieved your long rest.
Ooh, that was a lot of work to get a rest.
Yeah.
That's the purpose.
Yeah. So we learned about Vistani. Okay. Okay,
I'm not gonna eat. Galen's not gonna eat the food. He's just gonna merely wrap it up and stick it in his pack.
Okay. And you finally see Irina come out of her tent. She's holding her head. So, I don't know what they put in that wine, but man, it hits hard.
Evander wants to hand her like a roll or something for her to eat.
She immediately grabs it and just begins chomping.
Yeah.
And water, do you have any water for me?
Of course.
Yeah.
Evander makes sure Galen does not give her any wine or a flask or anything.
Hey, Air the dog.
But yes, so Irina partakes in whatever food she can get. And then she's like, so when are we leaving? Now, right? Or
We're gonna be leaving now.
Okay. Okay. She's just trying to gather herself. But yeah, so she'll start to put her things together, backpack, rapier. And she seems ready to go in like the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Evander will also pack up the food so that way they can just keep these for rations on the road.
Okay.
Ulrich's nibbling on his.
And Connor?
Connor will take the food that was presented, eat it, and go about his business preparing for the day.
All right. And same for Tasso?
I'm gonna split mine with Scruffles.
Okay. All right. So eventually you guys pack up everything you need. You begin to head out. Ulrich, you can take a quick moment to say goodbye to Eliza.
Okay, she's out and about.
Not really, but you can hear her inside the Vardo talking to the children.
Okay. Then I'll walk up near the Vardo and say, Eliza, are you in there?
You don't see the door open, but there's a window to it that kind of raises up. She kind of sticks her head out and says, "Yes, Ulrich. What is it?"
We're leaving now. And I got your note. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And again, as soon as I find out more information, I will try to get it to you. Okay?
Okay, and we're heading towards Valaki, so we're heading towards the camp where your niece is.
Great. So then you won't forget to give her her present then.
I won't. I promise I won't.
Okay. And just so you know, this is close enough for everyone else to hear. You might be at the tail end, but most people will be able to hear this.
From the party?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, then we'll be in touch soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Okay. Bye. Just turns around, try not to like get all phlegmy.
All right, so you guys make your way out through the woods, or past the pool, and the road itself kind of follows the little river for a little bit.
It's so inviting.
Doesn't it?
I do hoist Arena back on the horse,
Okay,
so she doesn't have to walk.
but she's very, very grateful
Yeah,
for
I
that.
figure.
Yeah.
Walk of shame.
She doesn't want to be puking
All right.
every 10 feet.
Oh wait, what do we have again? Just one horse? Do we have a
Yes.
cart?
Yeah,
also?
we just have one horse.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, for my pack, I actually did like the math on it, and it turns out that it weighs like I don't know, like 65 pounds or something. This is like half of the orc's body weight, so he's just like, oh, he's just struggling with this pack.
All right, but I assume you're taking some
Oh, so you
camp.
Oh, you cut out there for a few words.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. First of all, I do want a marching order.
Galen's always in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to the reins of the horse.
And Evander's always kind of right behind him, chatting and walking along.
I believe Connard was the rear guard.
Yeah, and Ulrich will stay next to Tasso.
Yeah, I'm usually right in front of Connor.
All right. Sorry, I'm just checking my to-do list over here. So I'm going to pull you guys into this map. If it gets any glitchy or anything like that, I'll move some stuff around on here, but not long after you guys depart,
Ooh, wow.
begins raining.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Pretty steady rain. Fortunately, but you guys kind of make your way along. The road follows the river for a little bit. Hold on, pull this up. So the trail that you guys are walking through that kind of parallels the river itself, coming out of the encampment. It's not much. It's not a road. It is definitely kind of muddy, packed earth type of thing. But it eventually does meet up with the actual Slavic road. And you guys, Irina just kind of points in the direction that you guys need to go, which this road kind of goes north and south, and she lets you know we need to go further north. And as you go along, I also want to show you guys this. So you follow the dirt road as it clings to the side. Oh wait, you follow the river to the base of this canyon, and I'll show you what you see. And what kind of opens up along this road as it passes over this river is this huge waterfall. So I should have brought you guys there first. It's a fair distance away, but it is a large, impressive waterfall. And it just spills into this pool. You see these clouds forming, just misty water clouds from, where the water is impacting the actual pool itself. You see that there's above it. It's hard to see in this, but above it is actually a great stone bridge that spans the feet of the waterfall. And you would imagine that this waterfall is probably about maybe 1,000 feet.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty dang impressive. But it is about midday now. Evander, can you give me another con check?
Mm-hmm. Okay. $13 on that.
Maybe it's the rain. Maybe it's that Ulrich isn't feeling well. Maybe it's because you left the Vistani camp in not the best of spirits. But you're starting to feel overwhelmed with this sense of sadness once again. You're missing home. You're missing your family. You're missing inns and taverns clamoring for your entertainment. Feeling a little blue.
It's a rainy day, you know?
It is a rainy day.
So you're gonna blame it on the rain? Is that what you're saying?
That's what he'll start singing.
But Ulrich, give me a quick perception check.
Okay.
This rain kills Ulrich.
Yeah, it's so hard.
One large
get
drop
sick.
hits him in the back of the head, and he falls to the
Oh.
ground.
God, there's your good roll.
The cold water made me alert.
So, even though you only looked quickly at the letter Eliza gave you, as you're kind of meandering about through this wood along this road, you do see one that kind of matches the brief description that was on one of these letters. It had blood red petals and dark purple thorn. And you see that up ahead. Actually, let me pull you guys in here. So feel free to move your tokens as you see fit.
Are we heading left or right?
You will be going left.
To the west.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the plant, Ulrich, that looks familiar.
Yeah, as they're passing it by, then Ulrich will just say to, I guess, whoever's nearby, like Tasso, whoever, like, wait, hang on. That, let me pick that herb. Eliza from the camp told me about it.
Are you sure you should be doing anything right now?
It's just an herb.
Okay. I walk over with him.
Okay.
Are
So it's
we-
way over here, just so
are
you
w-
know.
Connor
over there.
will
But
accompany.
yeah, well, I'm not gonna make a special trip. As the group passes by, I'll say, "Oh, can we stop a second?
Okay.
Get there." So presumably we're all over there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
like move
then-
over this way.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Oh.
Oh, the rain stopped.
It didn't. Not actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Oi.
Where's Arena? Did we lose Arena? Oh god.
No, she's still there. I just haven't moved
She's
her.
drunk on the horse.
There you go.
She's hung over on the horse. There's a difference. Thank you.
Wait, where's Connor? Oh, I just have to move him. Okay.
Make a survival check for me.
I'd also like to make sure he's not hurting himself by doing something. So is it okay if I make one as well?
Sure.
Well, I'll pull out the herbalism kit and use whatever scissors and things I have. So
Then do it with advantage.
okay.
Before he does that, just as the herb comes into view, Connor, who is proficient with the herbalism kit, would like to try to identify what the herb is.
All right. Roll a survival check.
Oh yeah. Do I know what the properties are from Eliza's note?
You notice again what you remember from the description: blood red petals and dark purple thorn.
Okay.
So because you are proficient, Connor, I will give you advantage on this. That sun is like right in my face, isn't
I
it?
see it. You're illuminated.
So you don't recognize the plant itself, but there is a little bit that kind of piques your interest, and immediately you get concerned as you see it kind of twitch a little bit. And
He'll put
Normally,
out an
I would-
arm to restrain Ulrich if he can.
Ulrich takes 1d4 damage.
we'll have to
Oh,
roll
What?
initiative.
wait, hang on. Wait, so Eliza did not like notate the properties of the plant?
You didn't have a lot of time to look.
Oh, she just
And
said, "Here's some
it was
helpful herbs."
Very, very brief description of what she may have heard from something. You don't know, so you
That
haven't
may-
had a lot of time to take a look at this.
Okay. As I'm reaching with my tools, do I notice any movement from this?
You don't.
Okay.
Connor does.
Okay. And he puts out his arm.
Yes.
I'm like, what? And then we roll initiative.
Yes.
Okay. Oh no.
Archon's arm breaks.
Right?
Ulrich's,
horrible.
sorry. Ulrich's
Falls off.
arm breaks.
Oh, I didn't click my token. Shoot, sorry. But I got a 13.
Oh, I don't know what happened to. I thought I prepped everything, and then we get in here. Dang it! What happened to that?
Every time you want to go check something out, or you want to go do something, or you want to look at something, like it just...
There we go.
He's a magnet
Every-
for violence.
Yep.
Every decision is a bad one. I just need to come to terms with that. I just need to sit down, be quiet.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, so we will just say I want to pull it in real quick so you guys can actually see what's happening here. But Roll20's being a big old jerk right now. So, and I don't want to like keep messing around with it. I want to fight. So-
Violence.
I promote violence.
All right, let me roll my D. Just make sure all of you guys are in the
Initiative order.
Oh, okay. So I
still
guess
need,
we do initiative as well.
Devender
Okay.
and
Do we do it as well?
Yeah.
Galen.
I don't want to fight
Plants. Herbs.
rose bush.
That's fine. If
I
you
gotta
don't
protect
want to.
Arena. She's
I still
plastered.
need you to roll. I still need you to roll though.
Okay.
Oh, did I?
Ulrich, what have you done?
I just
Killed
wanted
yourself.
the herb. Yeah, Galen's preoccupied. I see that.
I'm like holding back Arena's hair. She's puking. Like it's okay. It gets better the more that you drink less.
He's like, I don't want to be with Strahd.
All right.
Wait,
so...
what's going on? Leave that rose bush alone.
All right, Galen's not even paying attention.
No.
Off in his own little world. Okay. So this was not that good. Hate to break it to you guys. Galen, you actually rolled a 1?
Rolled an 8.
What's your dex?
Oh, I rolled a
You're-
9 minus.
He rolled a 9. He's got a
one.
-1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so I got you where you need to be. For little Irina. I'll roll for her. Okay.
Just disengage Ulrich and hide under the horse.
That sounds good. Then I'll roll a 1, the horse will step on me. I mean, I can't do it.
All right, whatever. Irina, there you are. Okay, Evander, you are up first. You don't see this plant twitch, but you do see Connard holding Ulrich back. And in that moment of him asking, why?
That was
You-
good, Ulrich.
You do kind of see this, this, for the lack of a better word, this rose bush kind of shuffle, and it begins to rise and grow. And what you see at the bottom are like these large roots and vines that are beginning to come out and search.
So I'm first actually.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and I
That's
see
not what I see
Ulrich.
in the turn order. I'm not sure if you're going mid turn order or not.
That's what I see.
Yeah, I
Everyone just
see-
got 13.
Oh,
Irina, then Connor,
So-
then Ulrich.
doesn't
yeah.
get rid of the previous one. It doesn't wipe it automatically. So Galen, you have 8.
Mhm.
What did Evander roll?
13.
13.
All right. What did Connor roll?
16.
16.
Ulrich
13.
and Tasso.
12. And Irina had a 16 as well.
She's got double vision at this point.
I manually put hers in, so I know that one is right. Okay. Oh wow, the little guy goes last. All right. So both Connor and Irina got 16, but I usually let the PCs go before NPCs. So Connor, what would you like to do?
Like I said, Conrad's. Well, what exactly has he seen the bush do at this point?
You have seen it twitch and move, and now at this point you're seeing it rise and writhe around as the vines are kind of waking up, for lack of a better
Okay.
phrase.
He's gonna cast Chill Touch at this bush.
All right.
Probably miss it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just moving a bit quicker than you expect, so your chill touch does not hit.
Okay.
So Irina, kind of seeing this, takes some time to kind of get up off her horse, which is going to take about, I would say, half her movement considering her current status, and she'll begin making her way around Evander about here. She'll hold her weapon out, and if this thing gets closer, then she will attack. Ulrich, what would you like to do?
After, well, when Connor put his hand out to stop me, it gave me just enough time to see what was going on, and so instinctively I'm just like, ah! So I'm basically taking a disengage action to just move away from
Okay. Where are you moving?
back here behind Galen and Evan.
All right. Evander, what would you like to do?
Well, as usual, when Evander sees something attack, he's going to sing a song. So he is going to use his Mantle of Inspiration again to give the temporary hit points, 5 temporary hit points up to Charisma modifier. So I'm going to give those to Ulrich because he's been just getting destroyed lately. Ulrich, Galen, Tasso, and Connor. He's going to give each of them 5
Cool.
temporary hit points.
Okay.
It's almost a
Then-
50% increase for you there, Ulrich.
Right.
Great.
All right, and that is my bonus action to do that and expends one of my bardic die. I'm going to throw a knife at this thing to try to prune some hedges here.
Go ahead.
That's vicious mockery. I'm sorry. Throwing daggers. This one. Oh. I assume
Yeah,
8 would not hit.
8, unfortunately, does not hit. Again, it's a little bit. It's moving. Maybe you're just. Maybe you're a little hungover too. You don't. But yeah, unfortunately, that hit will miss. So Tasso, what would you like to do?
I am also going to move away. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, okay, absolutely.
Evander likes to stay out of the fray now.
Can I take a quick second to see if it's something that I recognize, like maybe a nature check, if I've encountered this before?
Sure, if you'd like to. Okay. I would say this particular plant you haven't quite seen before, but it does remind you of another creature that you have seen. And you know instinctually that, yes, you need to keep away from the vine. They're pretty dangerous. But you would also give me also a history check.
Oh, here comes the bad one. So I'm assuming I've encountered both blights and mounds in the past, and that's what the differentiation I was trying to make, basically.
Okay. Yeah. It's not quite any of those,
Okay.
but it is, like I said, instinctually you kind of know to give this thing a wide berth.
Do I know if this thing is mobile? Is it rooted or is it mobile? That's what I'm,
It is mobile, and in fact, as it's kind of writhing up and getting taller, it's also getting larger.
Oh, great. Of course it is. So all that kind of differentiation of what's going on here, is that an action, a bonus action?
I would say you did it really quick. You can still do an act.
Okay. Can I use my action to push Connor back a little bit just to kind of get him free and then maybe follow after?
I mean, you can try.
Because I'm going to be like, we need to get back and kind of like give him a little bit of extra movement with mine.
Yeah. And then I'll leave it up to Connor to decide if he's going to try to resist or not.
No, he won't resist.
Okay.
And you can move at like half movement then.
That's fine. So I'm going to move us basically back toward Evander. Maybe just 5 or so feet because I'm going to want to stay between it and Irina, if that's actually where she's at on the...
Yes, that is where she's at.
So I'd probably move to about here and then try to give Connor like kind of to flank her, maybe one more square to the right just to get him out of the way. And then cast
By the way, Hey Tina says hi Archon in chat here.
Oh, Tina!
Is she the one who made this art? I'll put up
Yeah,
the art.
yeah.
There we go. There's her art that she can see on the stream.
Awesome.
And I'm probably going to go ahead and try to like throw a sling a bullet in there,
Okay, go ahead.
and that won't do anything. All right,
That
so
will
that'll be
not. Damn.
that'll be what I do. So if Connor would allow it, I'd probably have moved him to about here just to get him out of the way, but still flanking area.
Okay.
Yeah, Connor's not going to resist.
All right. So this creature just kind of lumbers forward just a bit,
The rose bush of
slowly.
death.
Oh, jeez.
You can tell it can't quite move as quickly as you guys obviously can, but one of the vines is going to reach out to the nearest person, which I guess in this case would be Connard.
He's supposed to be 5 feet to the right from where he is, right?
That's where I pushed him if he was
Oh.
accepting it.
Did you move, Connor?
Well, and can you move your token then, Connard?
Like there?
Yeah, that's where I was going to push you to.
All
Okay.
right. On the top,
So-
so it's you. Da-da-da-da.
Probably for the
Who
best.
better to face a plant than a druid?
That's a good point.
Seems right.
Thought we were cool, bro. God, leave me alone, plant.
Thought we were bros, man.
Okay, so that's like 21.
Can I say that doesn't hit?
Yes, but it really
my,
does.
my AC is 13, so
Okay. So then you would take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are now grappled.
okay.
So I just want to mark this here.
I'm not concentrating on anything. I don't know how to shut that off.
That should do it, hopefully. Let's put that down for grappled. And then also, until this grapple ends, obviously you will be restrained, and you'll take 21 poison damage at the start of each of your next turn, as
Cool.
long as you're grappled.
At the
God.
start of my turn or at the end?
Start. At the start.
Okay. It's gonna get interesting.
Wait, how
All
much
right.
damage?
2-1,
21.
21.
Okay.
21, yeah.
What?
But that does end its turn.
Good thing you
What?
ran,
So-
Ulrich. Good thing you ran.
Connard, what would you like to do?
Oh, God.
I don't get to do anything.
Oh, Galen. Oh.
Galen, where? Oh wait, where
Oh,
are
you're
you?
not-
I'm dead last.
Oh, I don't see him on the list.
He was 8, but
But you have to
somehow
be
you removed him.
Yeah.
Well, it is definitely your turn now. Then I'll add you back in while you decide what you want to do.
I will. Oh, good God. I will move close enough to see if I can slash at the vine that is restraining Tasso.
Okay. You would have to get within 5 feet unless you have a weapon or a ranged weapon that you want to use.
Is that like right here? Oh,
It
I'm too.
is-
Okay, like right here.
That would be good.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do this.
Cool.
That will hit.
Right.
Okay. So you maybe chop off one vine here, or tendril, but nothing substantial as of yet, as it keeps pulling Tasso in closer, and you can see this massive vine around him just constricting him.
Okay.
So now, anything else, Galen?
I don't think I have anything that constitutes as a bonus, so no, that'll be it.
Okay. So now, Connor, you're up.
All right. I'm going to shoot a ray of sickness at this thing. I think I can just click the spell here. and I guess it doesn't automatically do a attack roll with that, so let me roll that real quick. Oh, it did do it
Plus-
the first time. Okay, 10 plus 5, so 15.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll your
2d8
damage.
damage. 6 damage, and it's poisoned. Well, I guess it has to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
And the DC will be 13.
It's a fail anyway, so it
Okay.
fails it.
So it's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Does
And
that
remind
let
everyone
go?
what poison does again.
Disadvantage on attack rolls.
No, that does not let go of Tasso.
Okay.
But now it's Irina's turn, who sees Tasso's all wrapped up in this, and she's going to step forward, but not terribly close, just enough. She has to get at least there to strike with her rapier. That will be at least an 18, which I know will hit. Roll damage real quick. Okay. And again, little bits fly off here and there, but nothing substantial. Ulrich, you're up.
Ulrich is still feeling cold and wet, sick. He has a cough. He's overwhelmed, but his magic is still very sentient and aware of what's happening. So Ulrich's eyes go white, and he speaks abyssal and says, "Zulumzar," and 3 versions of Ulrich appear because he uses mirror image instinctively. And I can put that in the chat for everyone. Mirror, where is it? Mirror image. This, and he will take a few more steps back, probably for here.
More than a few, then, huh?
A lot of steps.
All right. Anything else for Ulrich?
That's it.
Evander.
Okay. Well, Evander has seen Tasso be wrapped up by this thing, so he is going to quickly, with his bonus action, use a quick healing word to heal some damage to him
Okay.
at level 1. And heals him for 6 damage there.
Okay.
And then he's been practicing, so he's going to use Vicious Mockery
Oh boy.
All right, here we go.
Let's hear it.
as his attack. And I'm using... Oh god, it looks like it's going to fail. But your bark is worse than your bite, but it's your rancid breath that's worth of all. Fuck, damn it, I messed it up.
That was the
Might be
critical
even more
failure.
effective,
That was
though.
your rancid breasts are the worst of all. Crap, it's a plant that doesn't have any breasts.
That'd be great on a female zombie, though, but not a plant.
We know why you rolled a 1 now.
Yeah, wrong, like, species.
Yeah, plant can't hear you. If it could, it wouldn't care that you said rancid breasts.
But in my opinion, best vicious mockery ever.
that needs to be the only insult you hurl from now on. That has to be.
It can only be that one.
She needs water. She can...
Evander's like, I've been practicing, damn it, I've been practicing.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
He broke the
Need air.
DM. He broke the DM.
Damn it, I am the worst vicious mockery person.
Oh.
Vicious mocker.
Wow.
That was good.
Oh.
That was good.
At least I can heal you, because I can't do frickin' jack all else. Apparently.
Right. Well, between the temporary hit points you gave me and the heal, I'm actually back at my top of max.
That's
so.
good. That's good.
I feel like we should all have inspiration from that vicious mock.
Yeah, I certainly feel inspired.
After that.
Oh,
Inspire you to fail all your rolls is what that should do.
oh man.
Sorry, Dre, didn't mean to
Yeah.
distract
You
you
broke
there.
the DM. You broke the DM.
On that note, I think we should go. It's also 7.
It is.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
What did you do to me?
I don't know. I broke you. I broke the DM, like you said.
Oh my god.
Doreen now has the affliction hypochondria.
she's
Right, yeah.
Hit points cut in half.
she's got pneumonia. My roll and mockery was so bad I gave her a disease.
Actually, before we head out, do you want to get to Tasso's turn? I assume, Evander, you are done.
I've
He
done
probably
all I can
shouldn't do
here.
anything more.
Please, I'm done. Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So I assume the plant wasn't taken back by that insult and let me go.
I mean, I was personally. Oh my god. Woo. All right. No, unfortunately, Tasso, it wasn't.
So I take 21 damage.
Yes,
Okay.
Oh. Dang.
because it's not an attack; it's just something
Right.
kind of.
So my question is, can I judge right now by its size if it would be considered a medium or a large?
Yeah, you would know it's a large.
It's large. Okay, never mind. That changes my plan then. All right, then I am going to bamf into a dire wolf. So I'm assuming that wouldn't stop me from being able to, right? I could still use my bonus action and it'd still be grappled, but it wouldn't stop me from doing that.
Right. So you can use your bonus action to chain,
Yep.
and then try to break the grapple if you want.
Yeah. So that's what I am going to do. So I will change to.
I will get through this round, and then we will call it.
Okay. So then I turn into a large there. So I don't know if you can change the size. I still can't do that. And then what do I have to roll to break the grapple?
It's going to be just do a strength check. You need to beat a 14.
All right. So then hold on. I got to find my.
Let my terrible
There's the
insult
wild
inspire
shapes.
you.
So then just a straight up strength.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh.
There we go. Hopefully that's enough.
That will be enough. So you see Tasso turn into this big ass dire wolf and just burst through from the vine that was constricting him. Galen, what would you like to do? Unless Tasso had anything else.
No, I'm gonna continue to stand there because if my party members aren't moving away, I'm not gonna move away.
All right, Galen.
I'm gonna see if I can grab Arena and put her behind me.
Okay. Yeah, you can take a quick moment to do that. She might be a little confused at first, but she eventually will follow
Okay.
and move. Probably here.
Okay, and Tasso is right next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Essentially the big wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to do my cure wounds on him.
No, don't.
Are you sure? In big wolf
Yes.
form, do you have other hit points?
So I don't know. I don't want to table talk here because I couldn't tell him no. But would he know?
Okay, that's fine. Well, it doesn't make a big deal.
I
Then I
mean,
would just. I would
you
just
can go ahead and
make-
judge it here if you want.
Also, not to be mean to Irina, but would the plant get an attack of opportunity on her? if
You're
she got-
right. Yeah.
Sorry,
But
Irina.
it will be at disadvantage. So you see these other two, like other vines coming up from behind. Disadvantage is so yeah, it's not gonna hit. So lucky for her. Galen, what would you like to do?
Okay, then I'm just gonna swing.
Swing
it.
away.
Swing away, Merle.
Right.
There we go.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, okay. And then we will end with it being at the top. Well, we'll finish out this round, I guess. We'll finish out this round.
Okay.
See who gets wrecked at the end.
Yeah.
Let me mark this damage off real quick. Okay. So, eeny, miny, miny, mo. Galen, what is your armor?
18.
So that's a 21.
Okay.
As this large, thick mine begins to constrict you, and you are now grappled.
Okay.
Nice.
So take 11 damage now, and that is going to be the end of the round. So that is where we will pause until the next session.
All right.
What a scary
So
plant.
Galen,
I want
grappled.
to kill it.
Have your little plant talk to it, Ulrich. Maybe they can be friends.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, probably not.
All right, so don't change anything on your sheet.
Hmm.
And when we come back, we will pick up and hopefully
All
kill
right.
Galen. See what happens.
All
Good
right.
I guess
deal.
it happens.
Well, awesome. This was a lot of fun. This was a crazy episode of Ulrich getting wrecked by no combat this time.
Of course.
And the DM getting wrecked by no combat as well.
I'm banning vicious mockery going.
It does more damage to the DM than it does to the freaking enemies in the game.
Brand, you gotta maybe include the term rancid breast in the episode name.
Well, make it
what-
demonetized. I don't think you can do that.
What's so crazy about it is this was like just a random insult that it gave me, and it said your bark is worse than your bite. That's perfect for a plant. And then I totally failed it. So.
All right, I don't want to relive it.
But again, thank you all so much for watching. It's awesome that Hey Tina came and we got to see
Yeah.
her cool
Yeah, that
little
was so
artwork on stream.
cool.
We'll have to show that anytime she comes up. But again, this has been a blast. I cannot thank people in chat enough, but especially these awesome people who join us for this. This is such a good time. Archon, Doreen, Jeremiah, Scott, and Zach. Thank you all. This is such a blast. And to all of you in chat, I hope you all had a good time. We will be back in, I believe, 2 weeks to continue off from this crazy fight with a plant that's going to poison us all, it looks like. So thank you all. Peace out, and we will see you all next time. Later, my friends. Y'all have a great night.